Hey folks, so time to continue on this guy. As you can see, I've printed some of the artwork. I've customized some of the artwork. Normally, you'll excuse the printer ran out of black, so this should be all black. But normally, it sort of ends here, over there. But it didn't suit the monitor placement, and I don't have much playroom in with this guy. So I sort of angled it so that it's a bit higher here, but the edge comes right here, and the edge of the monitor, actually this angle assumes that you're sitting down, so you're seeing it from here, but if it comes from here, will be sort of right on the edge of the monitor up there. Sides, not too worried about these, and there's a black underlay anyway, so I think this will do quite nicely as is. And the control panel, I had to modify it slightly. So normally it overlaps on this edge here, but here we only have a tiny little edge. So I'm going to keep this black. And these guys are actually way down here, so I just move them up a bit. And because I have this piece of metal here, the 1 and 2 player normally is here and the buttons are here, but I can't really have buttons on this side. You'll see what I mean when I lift them over. So I moved the 1 and 2 player here and here, and I sort of extended the because things were a bit cramped, so for the jump and down were actually much closer, because we squished this artwork a bit to make it fit. So I've moved out the jump and stoop down, and the data east was actually where jump is, and jump was here. So and then punch, lifting them up. I don't know if I'll put them here or up here yet. The buttons themselves is probably around here, because it makes sense. You know, you can see while you're pressing. I think traditionally they're under, so you're hiding what the text is saying. So anyway, again, keep in mind this is a conversion, not an original, so I can do I have to do the best to fit, and the bezel. But here I've made a template of the standard wide door like this. So sort of centered it as best as I could, kind of measured, you know, a few times. And I'm going to start cutting here, and then at the bottom we have this mess of cables. Let me grab a light. Wires everywhere, but essentially I've started connecting everything. So I have my, there you go, I have my switcher and isolation transformer, and my JAMA harness there is there. I started connecting the all the 12-volt bulbs in the front, and this button here. I just need to connect now the RGB. There's actually a connector here, so I'm just gonna link those together, and well, it's pretty much ready to accept the board right now if we want it. I just need to connect the RGB, but first, to prevent me from accidentally cutting anything over there from the control panel, I am going to just do this hole now for the coin door right now. But everything is powering already, so yeah, let's keep working. You go. Okay. Yeah, we're straight. All right, let's secure this in place and get going. Right, so I'm populating the control panel here. I've drilled my holes and all that. Here I'm having a slight problem, so I've used some of those assembly leaf switch stuff that I got from my client, but these are long buttons which work fine. However, I only had, well, 2 blue and 2 red from a previous batch, but the ones I got here are much shorter. So I made these little metal bits so that it can reach, because it, you know, this is a huge kind of depth here that this is much thinner, so I'm using another piece of wood just to add a bit of depth, so it reaches the exact height for the button. But so it's a bit of a tinkering here to get everything to fit. Might have to trim down here. I had to just extend the hole here. I could use, and they would fit. I could use micro switches, but I really don't want to. It's bad enough here. I'm using a micro switch here controller, which I think actually works good in this context. There's a nice return on it, but the buttons, I really want them to be leaf switch. For a game like that, doesn't really make much sense to have a micro switch, leaf switch. Also, the return is great, so you can actually just let it bounce. So I just need to correct this here. As you can see, you know, it seems to be everything fitting perfectly on the top. Anyway, I'm glad I put these below the button indication. It looks like, by the way, it looks like it's out of alignment, but it's because when I drilled the holes, the paper crumpled. Anyway, so I'll keep tinkering here, just find the right thing. I might have just to cut this bit or on this side to make another one fit, and we should be able to start connecting all that. Okay, so I have a Kung Fu Master board in now, and I have well, pretty much everything tidied up. It's very handy. I use all these sort of cable tidy things that were here ready just to tidy up the inside of the cab. It's powered on, and let me show you. Ta-da! It's all working now. So yeah, by the way, credit is there. 1 player, 2 player. Yeah, it's all nice and kind of tidy. Loving it so far. So there's a couple of things we need to do still. I don't have coin acceptor plate and things like that. If anybody has any of these, hit me up, because I'm looking for stuff like that. Probably need to lower the volume. So next, I'm gonna put the T-molding. I have some red T-molding here. That's really gonna pop against that. And ready to order the art from Ollie at arcadeartshop.com. I keep forgetting. I'm really sorry, Ollie. But it is a fantastic job, and he's been very patient with me. He sent me his original artwork that he has for that, that he, you know, probably cleaned and tidied himself. But so I could customize it to fit this cap specifically. Like I said, I had to just extend all this. I had to finish because the top of those trees were truncated, and the house design stopped right here, something like that. So I just extended it over there. So thank you very much, but I had to make it fit the screen. The glass here is quite dirty on the other side, that's why we're getting this reflection here. But other than that, it works just fine. And here we have our door. I have my control for the monitor. The button here is actually a degauss button here. There you go. When I press it, it degausses the monitor. Very handy. Very, very handy. Need to get rid of that line here somewhere. Anyway, okay, let's keep working. I'm going to secure the monitor in place because I might need to tilt the cap to put a T-molding in. There you go. That's the T-molding in place. I think I'm going to call it a day here for now. Still a couple of things I want to do. First, there's that door over there. Actually, that's the T-molding going all the way here. Just want to take that out, this key lock thing, because I don't have a key for it. And yeah, I think after that I need to find what happened to at least the front here. Find out where it is. But I think we are pretty much ready to move this into the game room. I mean, I'm just waiting for the art now at this stage. I won't do a separate video, I'll do it in this video, but I'm gonna move this into the game room probably tomorrow. Oh yeah, there's one thing I need to do is well, put our door or back door back in. It's not gonna stay on its own like that, but what I'll do is I'll cut a small strip of wood, and maybe put a few sections here, one at the bottom, one here, one here, so it comes to rest on it, and we can screw it in place, secure it in place somehow. Other than that, we're done. I've just noticed something on this on this screen here. If you look, let me lower maybe the... no, doesn't make a difference. You see this dot here? I'm gonna move away for a second. See, but you see this dot here? It seems to be a tube burn of sorts. Yeah, it seems to be in the tube. I thought it was a piece of dirt. It's okay, it doesn't bother me that much, but in time I want to replace that at some point, so we'll probably do a tube swap, which is sort of due because, well, this tube, you can see the burn, the monitor burn. You probably can't see it here, but this is still the old poker machine burn. So we're going to need to get rid of that and do a tube swap. I might do that in a separate video, how to do a tube swap. It's pretty easy. Just need to find a suitable tube, which is, you know, on this type of screen probably most commercial TVs will do. Will have the same or similar impedance. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna move this and wait for the art to arrive. All right, so I got the artwork back from Ollie. Oh, it's so cool. It looks absolutely stunning. Once again, thank you very much, Ollie. This is arcadeartshop.com. Yeah, it does stellar work, and I love that this is textured as well. It looks so cool. So I had to rework some of that to fit everything. So I think I lifted some bits, the data east and some of the buttons, and one player and two player button. And here I had to, because the marquee stopped somewhere here, I had to recreate those bits. And it came out great, if I may say so myself, and I am saying so myself. Anyway, let's put these in the cab. These should be simple enough. This I'm gonna have to disconnect the control panel and put it on, put the buttons back. Alright, so I got the side art. I forgot to show you the side art, so I had the same thing on the other side as well. And well, look at this. Look at this. Let's switch this on. Really happy with it. I could switch. This monitor is taking a while to power on, but it's on. But look at that. Absolutely love the marquee. The artwork on Kung Fu Master was a bit odd, sort of very dated and a bit corny. I mean, I've done some martial arts. I've done some karate and various things, judo and bits, but I've never seen a karate gi like that, or kung fu for that matter. But yeah, there you. It's a really funny stance. I don't know what he's doing. He's sitting and he has his foot on somebody's ankle. Anyway, I think he's supposed to be jumping. The upper part was cooler, actually. The dragon and I love the art here. This monitor is a bit bright. Let's see if I can lower the brightness. It's yeah, really cool. Okay, let's keep going. So here, well, I'm gonna do the other side, even though we don't really see it here, and then this marquee, this control panel overlay, and it's gonna go. Look, yeah, it's gonna look killer at the end. Can't wait. I'll try and film this, but I'm just gonna have to disconnect all these buttons. Actually, there's probably no point filming it. Disconnect all these buttons, and then I'll come back with a X-Acto knife and then just cut the where the holes are. That's really all there is to it. So I'll catch you when I'm done. There you go, folks. Here it is, all done, side by side with the bomb jack cab. Interestingly, this is the same company. This should be the same cab, but they're slightly different. I like the different, just the slight differences in even here in the edges. You know, there's a clear recess here, and it's a lot more subtle on this one. The coin door, the everything is slightly different. And I like that here. You can see there's more of a curve here, the straighter here. Just interesting to see how different they made them. But it's cool. I don't want too much uniformity either, so it's nice to have them slightly different. And again, that size is just perfect. I really like it. It's not that different from a Pac-Man Cabaret or the Donkey Kong Cabaret size-wise. If you compare that to the size of those bigger cabs, it's really cool. I love the red T-molding on this. It really makes the entire cab pop out. Oh yeah, also before I forget, I have my credit button is here, so because there's no the coin door isn't populated yet, and I didn't want to put a button. You know, I made a mistake of having just a very visible button on this Donkey Kong, and I'm not entirely happy with it. I need a coin door here still. I'm missing the coin door. In this case, there was no. Some of them have a button here that's accessible. These two don't. The other one has. So they actually had a hole here. So I just used one of the buttons from the control panel. And there's one here. If you look here, there you go. So they're slightly hidden. You can't see them from here. But they're visible enough to credit. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of using a button or a part from the old, the original cab. It's kind of nice touch. I like it. I'm starting to ramble, folks, but anyway, thank you for watching, and don't forget you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all this stuff. It's a Discord server if you want to chat to me and other people, and if you want to help the channel, there's a Patreon account as well. Folks, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.